And we are live. I think the volume is too high. Hold on, guys. So I don't bust your ears and stuff. Hold on. Okay. I think we're good now, or maybe not. Hold on. It should be better now. I think it is. If it's a bit loud when I'm speaking, just let me know, guys. Anyways, yeah, welcome to Chart Striker. This is your host Dana, and yeah, it's been a boring week when it comes to the chart, but today we have something interesting to discuss. Hope all of you have had a good weekend so far. And yeah, I can see Mago's here. Like, we got a new moderator, like on top of, you know, the OG Ralph. So yeah, I'm glad to see everybody here. Awesome Mago. Awesome, perfect. Okay, so it's been a very boring week. Actually, to say 5 weeks, almost 5 weeks. Okay, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's just, you know, 4 to 5 weeks. It's been just, you know, going sideways. Not much has happened. But today, my friends, today I'm starting to see something interesting unfold, and we are gonna get into it. Okay, so I've been pretty much hello Sinner, welcome to the show. Good morning to you. Good morning, it's been a while. Okay, so what's going on with Bitcoin? We're gonna talk about Bitcoin first. Okay, I'm gonna try to make this a short and valuable, you know, well, it's supposed to be valuable every time I go streaming, but it's gonna be a short stream where where we are gonna discuss what's going on with Bitcoin in a bit, you know, more deeper way, and also we're gonna discuss, you know, what's going on with, you know, the altcoins and so on and so forth, and the Bitcoin dominance as well. I already discussed some of the things with the, you know, Chart Striker community on Discord, but today we're gonna take it live, right? So yeah, you guys can probably hear that I'm sipping my tea and you know, trying to not get sick again, because I was out and around and whatnot. So I think I was slightly closed probably, but here we go. All right, so Bitcoin, my friends, we still have on the weekly, we still have this, you know, bad divergence that is growing. Okay, MACD is still bullish, but it's hanging on. It's hanging on, like it's trying to hang on. At least it's trying to hang on, right? But we do have this, you know, bad divergence. But the prior weekly candle close, I kind of like it. I like it. Why? This is why. The week before that, the week before this close, we had a lot of pressure from the bears, a lot, right? This week, it looks like it's the opposite. You see that, you know, we have this beautiful, you know, wick telling us that the bears tried their best, but the bulls, you know, took over again. Okay, which is a good thing. This is why I haven't been so willing to short around these levels, because entered the short here around these areas. I was just, you know, keeping a close eye, and then closed the short around these levels. I did say that if I'd see, you know, Bitcoin, you know, close below 29.4 or something, you know, somewhere around that area, then I'd be adding to the shorts. But when I saw that the bears were starting to lose steam, it was time to adapt to the market, right? So on the daily, I've been talking about this for a good while now. On the daily, I told you guys that this nice divergence is like still developing. That is still not out of the question. Okay, it doesn't mean we couldn't, you know, go back down to these levels, but there is some nice divergence developing. Okay, that is something that we should have in mind, right? On top of that, the fact that it's, you know, consolidating at the highs is not the worst thing. On top of that, like, we could still see a pullback. Like, who am I to say that we can't, right? But looks like the pullback for now is over for now. It doesn't mean I do not expect, a deeper correction. Meaning, we can go up probably to these levels, around 32,378, somewhere around these areas, see a bit correction, down, but I believe we could see, a strong correction when we come to these levels. And when I say strong, I'm talking about, let's say, from this level down 15%, 15% is nothing. I'm talking about 30, maybe 40, 22. Look, from that level up there, from 34, let's just say 34,500-ish. I'm just rounding it off, but you can see the mark is around 34,348, that red dashed line. From that level, if we see it pull back to these areas, 26.7-ish, 26.5-ish, for me personally, that is a buying opportunity, because I don't look guys, when we're talking about the, about a potential reversal somewhere around December, right? When we started talking about, how the bears were starting to lose steam, right around December, the beginning of December, it played out. Now, it doesn't mean we can't come back, to these levels. It doesn't mean we can't come back to these levels. Okay, that would be a beautiful buying opportunity, in my opinion. But looks like this is the first, we can call it a wave, okay? The first, range it's taken, the first move it's taken. Okay, now we need a good correction. At the end of this, we need a good correction before we continue up, if we are gonna continue up. But right now, for the short term or midterm, I do think that the pullback is over. I could be wrong. We'll see what happens, but I do think, because by the looks of this, it looks like the bears are already losing steam. Okay, now what I need to see from Bitcoin is this. We need to see a close above, on the 4-hourly especially, we need to see a close above, first of all, this 30, let's just say, above 30,450, and then above 30,650-ish, okay, or 30,700-ish, around that level. We need to see a 4-hourly candle close above that level. If we do, next areas of resistance is all the way up here. So what I'm trying to say is it's looking fine. It's looking fine. That was why I wasn't into, when people were asking me if, this was a shorting level and so on, I was like, no, I cannot, say yes to that, because the simple fact of this would be, shorting around support. I know it looks, a bit weird, maybe for people who are not, that experienced. I understand. I completely understand why you'd think that, no, it's going down. I understand, okay? But what do I always tell you guys? We sell resistance. This is not financial advice, but, teaching, okay? Just, telling you what I would do, what one can do, okay, what is best to do. But all of you have your own, it's up to each and one of you to make your own decisions. This I make very clear every day, okay? I gotta have a sip of my tea at the same time. But we get out at the top, or we short the top, or we short resistance, right? And we buy or go long at support areas, right? So yesterday I was telling, the Discord community that I was, out of the short around these levels, because I was seeing signs. Some of you guys who are on Discord, Mago, and some others were talking about, on the hourly, there was a hammer, which is correct indeed. This hammer is a beautiful one. These are the types of hammer I like to see. These are the types of hammer I like to see. You see, there's almost no wick. There's a little bit, but almost no wick. But it was a strong bounce off this level, right? So this old resistance, let me just show you something. This is beautiful, right? This old resistance for Bitcoin has been acting as support. So resistance flipped to support, which is a good thing, right? If I would have seen any daily candle close below 29.5-ish, 29.4-ish, right around that level, yeah, I would have, you know, changed my opinion on how things, you know, could end up, you know, which direction they would be going, but that didn't happen. Instead, bears lost steam, right? We have this beautiful candle, beautiful, you know, daily candle. I mean, it's not the traditional bullish candle, but nevertheless, it is a bullish candle, okay? And this, I'm probably gonna get into it with Patreons, so for another day, for the Patreons, I'll discuss this more in depth. But this is nevertheless a bullish candle, okay? Some of you might wonder how and why, because it's not a full body, I understand, but yeah, the candlesticks are special. Like, there's a lot to study with them, a lot. It never ends. A lot, and I mean a lot, okay? Yeah, Sinner. It looks like it could go sideways. Like, look, I'm not gonna be surprised if it goes sideways like this, you know, for another week or 2 weeks. My point is, on the daily, we have a beautiful divergence, you know, that's developing. Looks like the bears have lost, you know, steam, which is awesome. This is, you know, according to me and my TA. This is not actually according to me. According to the eastern part of the world as well, you know, this is a nice, you know, bullish candle. Not a traditional one, but nevertheless, it is a nice candle, okay? On the weekly, I love the wick that is, you know, taking us to the upside. So we might go like this sideways for a week more, for 2 weeks more, okay? Let's just say, you know, let's see what's gonna happen with the monthly close, because this is gonna be important, because we have 8 days left. 8 days left for the monthly candle close, and it's gonna be very, very important to see what's gonna happen then, right? Hold up, I'm trying to fix the, I don't know what you call it, the foam that you keep on the microphone, or the you know, that's, you know, mushy thing. I think it's called foam, I'm not sure, but yeah. So weekly candle, monthly candle closes soon. We are at resistance. Looking at the monthly, like right here, this is resistance. If I just, you know, pull this out, this is literally, you know, resistance. But we still haven't really, you know, tapped it. We just, you know, tapped the bottom of this box, you know, that I've been showing you for a while, right? Which is also, you know, resistance for the daily. But we haven't, you know, gone all the way up here yet. So on the daily, for this to continue to the upside, at least to this level, because before we reach this area, there is a resistance around these levels. It might not be as strong as this one, but there is a resistance around these levels, okay? We have to get above this area, which is around 32,400-ish. If we can see a daily candle close above this level, we can eventually see it around 33.5 to 34, you know, 353, around these areas. And any daily candle close above this level, then guys, there is not much holding Bitcoin until all the way here. That is, like, do I dare say a fact? Like, it's not a fact according to me, my opinion, but it's a fact according to TA. Now, we can't rely on TA 100%. TA is for, you know, managing your risks, you know, knowing where to enter, where to have your stop losses, where to exit, and so on and so forth. So anything can happen. Even if TA is correct, it doesn't mean, you know, it's gonna play out 100%, right? It's just gonna tell you, you know, how much, you know, it's gonna play out percentage-wise, but not 100% always, right? So we'll see what happens around, you know, these areas. I'm hyped for this week and next week. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that's Bitcoin. This was, you know, a bit more in depth, you know, to tell you what's going on, what we see, a little bit of recap about what I've been saying, you know, past weeks, actually, because every time somebody asked me, okay, this is a shorting level, I was like, yeah, I'd be careful, because shorting areas were around these areas. Why? Why is a good question. People who ask why, like, are onto something, okay? I'll show you why. On the hourly, we had the DC, right? We had the DC, then we had another, you know, this is actually some sort of a gravestone doji. I would have loved if the wick was, you know, not, you know, that high, but nevertheless, it is some sort of, you know, gravestone doji. On top of that, this happened where? This happened where? Let me show you. Okay, I can't find it there. Hold on. Gotta change the chart. This happened close to resistance, okay? This happened close to resistance. So we had many, you know, things telling us that, yeah, like we are about to pull back, right? We are about to pull back. And then when I saw that, because it tried to hold above this level, right? It tried to hold above this level, but then we got rejected again here at the shorter time frames. So there was resistance around these levels. We got rejected, and then that was another confirmation, you know, yeah, we are probably gonna pull back, right? So that happened. That was why I was, you know, looking at shorts around these levels more than anything else. Yeah, like I had a question the other day, like what is the worst thing you can do with Bitcoin? Like if somebody has Bitcoins, right? What is the worst thing one can do with them? This was my answer to him. It's trading all your Bitcoins. Like it doesn't matter if you have, you know, half a Bitcoin, 0.1, or a whole Bitcoin or a few Bitcoins. If you're busy trading all of them and you don't have anything on the sides, you know, just to hold, that's a risk. That's a risk, okay? That's a risk. Just because, you know, people trade, right? People trade. But just because they trade, the smart ones at least, they do have, you know, Bitcoins on the side that they do not, you know, touch that much unless it's big swings, okay? Unless it's big swings, just to you know, stack up on some sats, right? Okay, this is feeling like one of the streams where my throat started hurting. Like this is why I gotta keep on sipping on that tea. But yeah, that's what's going on with Bitcoin so far. I hope that made it clear for all of you on what's, you know, happening, what's not happening, and so on and so forth. Now we can move on to Ethereum, right? Okay, let's have a look at Ethereum. Yeah, Ralph has been, I think he has guests. So hopefully he will show up, but I think he has guests, but we will see. Okay, let's see now. Ethereum. I think we've covered up Bitcoin in a beautiful way today. Like for the weekly candle close, it was a good, very good analysis, at least according to me, right? I hope you feel the same way too. Okay, so about Ethereum, I don't know how many of you remember, but last time I did tell you guys, just like, you know, XRP's price was looking like it was forced to the upside. Let me show you XRP just before I continue, so you guys can have an idea. You know, this, I'm not, you know, this channel is for, you know, education mostly. This is XPR, not XRP. I'm not trying to be an influencer, you know, per se. Okay, like I could be, but that's not my point. My point is, you know, to tell you guys, you know, to teach you a thing or two. So you remember about, you know, I think we were on these levels, and I kept on saying like this move right here looks like it's forced. I think Mago, you were in the show that day. You were the one who actually said it looks forced, because I was like, I do not like, it looks weak. It looks weak. Yes, it's going up, but it looks weak. And then you helped me out to find, you know, the right word, and you said forced. Exactly. This looks a bit forced, okay? So what happened with Ripple? We touched resistance, the daily, and then we pulled back. Like if it was a strong move, I would have said, okay, we're probably gonna go up to these levels. But this move did not look, you know, did not look strong. Now back to Ethereum, just so that you can have an idea on what's going on. So when I was looking at Ethereum and I was seeing this, remember Mago? Yeah. So we're looking at this, and what did I say? Just like, you know, on Ripple's chart, we were you know, discussing the fact that it didn't look like it was a strong move to the upside. This one also looked forced to the downside. Like it looked a bit too forced, right? Now what happened? We broke down a little bit, below this trend line, but the good thing is we snapped back up right, quickly. We recovered quickly. So this was a crack and snap. We cracked and we snapped back up. On top of that, we have a beautiful, pattern right here telling us that there is a high chance of this, pushing a bit more higher, okay? We're holding that support on the 4-hourly time frame, which is beautiful. So let's have a look at the weekly candle close now. I just wanted, to give you a piece of what happened, what we were discussing. So on the weekly, this is nothing special. It's good that, it didn't close with a strong, red candle. That is a good thing. But there's nothing special on the weekly here. There's no divergence. I don't see anything negative momentum on the oscillators. MACD is still bearish. There might be a reason for this. We are going to get into it, a bit later in the stream. But there might be a reason. But let's just, focus on Ethereum's chart right now. So yeah, oscillators are still negative pretty much. Like we have some sort of a divergence, that already played out, positive divergence that already played out. But after that, there is no divergence, it's just whatever, right? On the daily, I'm liking it a bit more, okay? Why? We have some nice divergence. We have another, pattern telling us there is a good chance of a push to the upside. MACD is still bearish, I know, but these are lagging indicators. But I'm telling you guys, there is a good chance that this pushes to the upside. It doesn't mean we can't, come back down to these levels, but I believe, according to the TA I'm reading right now, this could act as support if we pull back down. But yeah, by the looks of it, this is not looking that bad, okay? On the 4-hourly time frame, yeah, on the 4-hourly time frame, we need to see a close above 1,905. If you can see that, you guys see, how we've been rejected once here, twice here. So we need a close above this level for us to come back to these areas at least, okay? Positive momentum on the oscillators. MACD just, went bullish. By the way, on the daily, RSI is back above, neutral, okay? Unfortunately, there is some type of negative divergence trying to build. So it's very important that we see a 4-hourly candle close above 1,906 so we can, push a bit higher. But on the daily, this is like, it's looking fine. Right? It's looking good. So yeah, we'll see what happens with this one. But I'm loving the action that we're seeing right now. On the hourly, we need to see a close above 1,906 as well for this, to continue. So yeah, resistance for the hourly and 4-hourly is pretty much the same. But we also have some, we had some negative divergence that already played out. We pulled back down, support held, and we bounced back up. What I love the most with Ethereum right now at the moment is the fact that we cracked and we snapped back up. So this was, a fake out to the downside. Like we broke the trend line and then we snapped back up pretty fast, okay? Yeah, at the end of things, like if we can manage, if Ethereum can manage, to get above 1,940, see a daily candle close above that level, 4-hourly candle close above that area, like next resistance all the way up here again, that would be somewhere around these levels. Hold on. Let me just extend this, right? Somewhere around 1,990-ish to 2,040-ish or 30-ish, somewhere around that level, okay? So that's Ethereum pretty much. Nice divergence. MACD is bearish, yes. RSI is above neutral. We have another, pattern telling us there is a chance for a push to the upside as well on the daily. Weeklies, whatever. Like, I can't say much about the weeklies, just, fine. So yeah, I think we're done with Ethereum as well. Awesome. Awesomeness. Okay, let's move on. Okay, next, let's see now. Let's have a look at some altcoins. It's been a while indeed. I mean, on Discord, we've been talking about a few altcoins. Some gave us a headache, some, played out beautifully. So we'll get into that as well. Okay, let's start off with Cardano. Because it's been a while, so let's start off with Cardano. Cardano, weekly candle close. Luckily closed above this level, but I do not love this doji that we're seeing, okay? So it's some sort, actually not a doji. To be more precise, it is some sort of a high wave candle, okay? I'm not liking it that much, It means there's a fight going on between the two. Like, it's not telling us bears are stepping in or bulls are stepping in. It means both of them are just having a good fight, right? But this I like a bit more. Prior daily candle closed in a good way. But heads up, because we got resistance, around these levels. Unless we see a close above this area, like, for me personally, not that exciting, okay? But nevertheless, this is a beautiful candle, okay? Some sort of a bullish candle, which is good. MACD is still bullish. Oscillator is still, positive. RSI still above, neutral. All that is fine. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. 4-hourly, remember, this is the resistance, okay? 0.32-ish, all the way to 0.33-ish, okay? That's the resistance on the 4-hourly time frame. If we can see a close above this level, then yes, we could head on to the next one, okay? What else? Let's see now. Let's see what else we can take out of this. Yeah, and by the way, support. If we see any hourly candle close below this level, any hourly candle close below this area, chances are much higher that we fall back, to the loss of 0.3, which is around, 0.31, 0.357, 0.3057, okay? But so far, it's looking fine. We need an hourly candle close above 0.319-ish, okay? We need that so that we can, come and test this level. That's it. Not much to add on Cardano, so I'm not gonna get in depth into that. Bullish MACD. We are building negative divergence on the hourly, which is not a good sign. Doesn't mean we can't, push a little bit higher, but there is definitely some bearish. Did I say bullish? Excuse me, I take that back. Bearish development on Cardano's chart on the hourly, okay? On the hourly time frame. Okay, awesome. We are done with the Cardano. Perfect. Let's move on. Stacks. We are gonna talk about stacks. Mago, would you mind keeping a list on the TA that is done so far? Awesomeness. Like, you're ready. Perfect. Thank you, Mago. Thank you. Appreciate that, because sometimes I forget, and I go back to the same chart and so on and so forth. But perfect. Awesome. So TA done on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and Cardano. Okay. Now let's move on with stacks. So stacks, I've been keeping an eye on this. For a while. Okay, there is a good reason for that. We can have a look at the weekly just because, right? Just because it's going down. Like, as long as we do not see a close below this, like it's holding around, 0.6262. We haven't seen a weekly candle close below this level, which is not a bad thing, okay? Weekly, there is no nice divergence, nothing like that. But on the daily, it's different. There is some nice divergence developing on the daily, time frame, okay, which is a good thing. On top of that, looks like the bears are losing steam, another good thing. Now, I just want to see it, break above this trend line, okay? Break above this trend line. These were levels of interest. I did say if it closes anywhere below this level, then fine, it's over, done with, TA not respected. But levels of interest are on these areas. We have our first resistance all the way up here between, 0.68-ish, all the way to 0.71-ish, okay? Things are looking a bit better for stacks, a bit better. But unless we see a close above this trend line, a close, meaning a daily candle close above this trend line, and not a fake out, an actual close with a bit of a follow through, we'll see what happens. But indeed, the bears are losing steam, which is a good thing. I could see it clearly. We have some nice divergence on the daily as well. MACD is trying to curl to the upside. Okay? But not much is going on yet. Okay? What else? I think that's pretty much it for stacks. I think we can move on. Yeah, we can move on. This is, by the way, before we move on, this is beautiful. So I see another pattern on the 4-hourly telling us there's a chance this, pushes to the upside. And on the daily also, that the fact that the bears are losing steam, it is another factor, okay? The nice divergence developing on the daily is another factor. All those factors are, in favor of the bulls, right? So we got all that, going on. We need to see a close. On the 4-hourly time frame above this level right here, which is around 0.64-ish. So we can come all the way there, but we need to see a close above that level for this to push higher. Okay, got me? So that's it for stacks. We can move on. Not much to add. Okay, next. Let's see now. Next. We have to have a look at Caspa, okay? I know some of you or a few of you on Discord took advantage of this one. We spoke about it on the 10th of July. I told you guys, if you see it go up, I told you then, if you see it go up 50 to 53%, do not be shocked. What happened? This happened. When I spoke about Caspa, we were around these levels, guys. We were on these levels. I told you there is support here. If we see it close below this level, yes, we could pull back, but I told you also that the chances are very low for that, to happen, because everything was just looking beautiful. Okay? So what happened? We pulled back to this level. I think when I streamed about it, or when I streamed and we're talking about this one, we're probably around these levels. If I'm not mistaken, we pulled back to these areas. We held the support on the daily time frame perfectly, and then we pushed back up. There was some type of resistance around this level. We went up a bit higher, okay, than this, box. But we pulled back down because we were close, we were around resistance areas, right? We have to be a bit flexible. We pulled back down, but resistance also hold the bottom of the bottom of the box. Held that support, which is beautiful. And then when we broke out, the top of the box held as support again. After that, we had some resistance again around these levels. Like all the resistance, all the TA has been respected to the dot. And that when that happens, it's only beautiful, just beautiful, right? So we had resistance again around these levels. We pulled back, we pushed up, we held this level as some type of support beautifully. And then we hit that major resistance that I was having a look at. Now, I did mention, guys, that a lot of people probably have, going deep in around these levels, aping in like crazy, right? But I did mention next resistance on the daily was around these areas, right? We have some type of a high wave candle, prior daily candle, how it closed. We have some negative divergence developing at the moment as well. Not on the R side necessarily, but on the histogram, yes, we do, okay? It was beautiful. On the 4-hourly, this doji right here is not one to mess with, okay? So what it needs to do right now, let me draw it for you, hold on. What we need to do to hold this this level, as some type of support is hold these areas, okay? Like if we pull back, it would be good if we can see this level hold as support, okay? If it doesn't, you see this? And this is 4-hourly, all right? 4-hourly support. If it doesn't hold, there is a nice, nice chance we could go all the way down to 0.03-ish, loss of 0.03 in short, okay? And if that doesn't hold, we can retest, old resistance as support, right? But we'll see what happens. But that is that for Caspa, ESTT. I think we're good. We're done with it. By the way, any hourly candle close or any 4-hourly candle close above 0.04346, which is somewhere around these levels, then there's a chance this continues, okay? There's a good chance this continues. But at the moment, I'm gonna give it time. But if it continues, one might wonder, where is it gonna continue, right? Where? Next resistance we have is around these levels, okay? This is on the 4-hourly time frame, okay? So we're gonna call this R1. Probably not R1, but anyways, R, just R resistance. Change the color and we are good to go, okay? So if it manages to close above 0.044-ish, okay? Any 4-hourly candle close above that level with strength, then next resistance I'll be looking at is around these areas, okay? And we are good to go. Done with that as well. Let's move on. Hold on, guys. I'm just gonna get some water and then we'll continue with the charts as usual. Let me put the Bitcoin chart on. And I'll be right back in 2 minutes. Lol. I just saw how my head, goes up when I'm drinking water. And I was thinking to myself, why is it looking like, why is the avatar doing things? Then I forgot, yeah. It follows my every move, even when my eyes, like, I don't know if you guys can notice, like when I get mad and when I'm in shock. Anyways, it was going up and I was like, what the heck is going on? So every time you see that happen, you guys know I'm just drinking water, okay? Anyways, okay, let's get into it. Let's get back to business. So we are done with Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, ADA, Stacks, Caspa. Perfect. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Lol, I do. I have a few, but when I'm like, I don't know if you can see it, but when I do this, my mouth is opened as well, and I have a water bottle, so that's why, I just, drink it that way. But yeah, when I'm looking here, and when I'm looking here, and when I'm looking here and here, it is monitors. I'm probably gonna, I don't know, I'm thinking of one day maybe just having, instead of, a few, cut it down to 2 and big ones. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, if you guys, see me, looking at this one, it's the monitor, on my left, to the, on the bottom, and then up here, like on the left top. So yeah, that's why you guys see me, just, moving around. Okay, let's move on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we've done 6 assets so far, which is good. Now, yeah, the important thing, this is what I want to talk about. Bitcoin dominance, guys. Bitcoin dominance, okay? We have to discuss this. We have to discuss what's going on with the dominance. So, looks like bears kind of lost steam a little bit. We have some nice divergence, but that whatever. Not, I'm not gonna talk about divergence, when it comes to the Bitcoin dominance part. But our SI is looking like okay-ish. It's trying to get back above, head towards, that 50 neutral zone. We'll see if it does that. But what I wanted to mention is this. If we can see Bitcoin dominance, close above this moving average, just in short, let's just say 50.4%, okay? Any daily close above 50.4% with a bit of strength. We do have some resistance here, but then most likely it goes all the way to 51.3, 51.2-ish, for a start, all the way to 52.2 if we can see, it get above this area as well. Now, if that happens, guys, it's about to steal a lot of attention from many altcoins and take it for itself. Meaning, last time I told you, when Bitcoin is consolidating at the highs, it's not necessarily the worst thing for many altcoins, because what happened, like looking at this, dominance, we went down on the 13th of July, right? 13th of July, it stepped back down. And look what happened here. It was fine 13th of July, but the next day, what happened here? 14th of July, we had a nice move to the downside, right? Now let's just take a random altcoin, okay? Just random altcoin. What happened on the 13th here? You guys notice? Sure, we went down after that, but what happened? We had a nice pump, okay? Let's take another one. Just random, just trying to show you what I'm talking about, okay? Another one. I don't know if... Nice push, right? You guys see it? This is Dogecoin. Another one. Another one. Push, right? So what happened? Bitcoin dominance went down, but Bitcoin was going sideways. It was going sideways. A lot of the money went to the altcoins instead. It's like, just you have to have an eye on those things as well. Hence, I'm letting you know now, if Bitcoin dominance starts, curling back up, okay? Even a little bit, to these areas, just to these areas, just to, maybe it does something like this. We'll see, but maybe we see something like this happen. Let me try to show you. Hold on. Maybe we see do something like this and then, curl back down, right? These levels and then continue. Or it might just, do this, break above this one and then, come back to these levels again. I don't know. Or it could, just, continue to the upside. But my point is, if this goes up, a lot of the money flow is gonna go back into Bitcoin, okay? Altcoins are gonna have a little bit of a difficult time, right? You guys get the idea, okay? So that's the Bitcoin dominance. It is holding at support levels. There is another support level. Hold on. Let me bring out the object tree. Like, if it fails to hold above this level, like we break below this area, next support is all the way down here, okay, somewhere between 48.5 to 47%, okay? But so far it is still holding around these levels, so we'll see what happens. Bears last steam, good, but we need to see a close above this area. We need to see a close above this area, okay? So that's Bitcoin dominance. Now we can move on-ish. It's pretty quiet today. It's pretty quiet. Like, Mago, Ralph got guests. I believe he got guests, so he couldn't come. And the rest, it's probably because it's Sunday. Everybody's like maybe had a hard weekend. When I say hard, partied hard probably, or something like that, or because tomorrow is Monday and everybody's, going to sleep early because tomorrow is a new week and so on and so forth. People got work to do and so on. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Solana. We spoke about this pennant. I'm gonna remove it, but we spoke about this pennant. I think it was on Discord. We broke below it. We held support, but right now it doesn't look like it's about to hold. It looks like there is a high chance of it, coming, a bit lower. Yeah, I think that's why Sunday and everybody's getting ready for work tomorrow. Yeah. I can imagine that could definitely be one of the reasons. So those of you watching it recorded tomorrow, do not forget to smash that like button if you found this stream to be valuable and entertaining. While we night owls, at least in the country I am in, we call ourselves night owls, right? Are awake and doing some TA. Money never sleeps. Money never sleeps. That's the thing. Okay, let me remove this because it already kind of, broke down, played out and whatnot. Otherwise, it's too many things on the chart. Okay, so Solana. Luckily, the weekly candle close. Let me just remove everything from here. Weekly candle close still haven't closed below $24. If that happens, guys, there is a very high chance, we can pull back to the lows of $20. Okay, very high chance, but it still hasn't done that. There is some negative divergence that is developing. It's not complete. It's developing on Solana right now at the moment. Okay, so if we see, look, I'm not liking this look, but then again, it's not a horrible thing. We're gonna get into the daily to see if there's anything else we can take out, but just saying, since weekly did not close below this area, let me just draw it. Not here. Why can't we see it here? What the? Right. A bad. Okay. So if we see, if we see, price, starting to get below this level, there's a high chance we can come all the way to 22-ish, 20-ish. Very possible, guys. Okay. Right now, it's still holding above that level. On the daily, apparently there is a fight going on at interesting, levels, like levels of interest right now. We got negative momentum on the oscillators, like MACD and everything. Our size still above, neutral, which is fine. There is no positive divergence, nothing like that. Like, there is none. Like, we could go sideways around these levels, but if I see any 4-hourly candle close below this level, 23.9 to be a bit more precise, 23.9, then yeah, most likely we come back all the way here, guys. Okay. On the 4-hourly, it's not hard to figure out that we have some resistance around these levels, right by the moving average. But before reaching that level, we need to see at least an hourly candle close above 25.3. Okay, 25.3 or 25.4, 25.3, 25.4. Okay, we need to see an hourly candle close above that level for us to continue a little bit higher. Okay, that's Solana in short. Okay, let's move on. I gotta have an eye on Bitcoin at the same time. Not that I'm expecting something to happen immediately, but you never know, right? We still have to give it's the weekly candle close. And what do I always say, guys? It's good to give it 24 to 48 hours to mature a little bit, right? Yeah, it's still fine. Like I mentioned, it doesn't mean it can't, come down to these levels, but it needs to hold. It needs to hold this level. It needs to hold and show us that it is a strong support and there is demand. It is very important, very, very important that we see that, okay? All right, what else? Link. We gotta have a look at Link. Yeah, it's sliding down a little bit. But it's fine. So far, it's okay. Like, it's fine. Like, when we see things like turning to the upside, doesn't matter if it's Bitcoin or any other, altcoin or any other traditional asset, actually, in general, just because it's looking good, it doesn't mean it's gonna, rocket, skyrocket straight away. No, it's gonna take its time. Hence, I said, yeah, I agreed with the Sinner that we could see some sideways action. It is fine. What I do not want to see, is a close below 29 or ish, somewhere on that level, right? That I do not want to see, because if that happens, we have another situation. Okay, we gotta adapt fast, right? But so far, this is looking fine. Okay, this one, I was in a short. We gotta give credit to Howley that, made me notice that there's something, going on. So I closed the short around, 7.8-ish, because I had many things going on at the same time. So I just closed it. I didn't want to stress out. Good profit, take profits off the, off the table, and then just, move on with life, right? On to the next one. So, weekly candle close. We hit that, daily resistance. Almost tapped it, right? If we could have been able to see a daily candle close above 8.5-ish, It would have been good. That could have taken us at least to 8.9 or $9. That didn't happen. But weekly candle close, prior weekly candle close, I cannot hate prior weekly candle close on Link. Like, this is one nice close, okay? Positive momentum on the oscillator still. No signs, if I'm not mistaken, hold on. Actually, yeah, there are signs of negative divergence. There are signs of negative divergence. Unfortunately, I cannot do anything about that, okay? But so, yeah, there are signs of negative divergence. So what does weekly need to do for this to continue? It's fine if it pulls back, you know, to the loss of $7, but we do not want to see a close below 7.16-ish area. If that happens, there's a very high chance it goes all the way down here to these levels, okay? Let's have a look at the daily. Yeah, daily looks like, you know, there's still pressure from the bears. So most likely that this continues a little bit more, okay? I'm probably gonna remove this, but for educational purposes, it's still here, but I'm gonna remove it. This was with a discussion with the Discord community, right? So I'm just gonna remove it right now. Too many drawings. So, Link. There's a nice chance it could come to 7.6 by the looks of things. But if we see any daily candle close below $7.6, guys, there's a good chance we also come to, you know, to the loss of $7, like just like the weekly, okay? If that happens, a close below 7.6-ish on a daily candle, okay? With some, of course, a little bit of a follow through, right? Then there's a nice chance that we come all the way to the loss of $7 again, right? Yeah, there seems to be still pressure from the bears, just so you guys are aware, okay? For us to continue to this level, 9.5, we need to see a daily candle close above 8.84-ish. Let's just say around $9, okay? If that happens, then we can see it eventually hit 9.5, but until that happens, it is what it is, okay? What else? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for Link on the daily, at least. On the 4-hourly, support is around these levels, this 7.5-ish to 7.4-ish area, just so you guys are aware, okay? What else? Let's have a look at the moving averages with Link as well. Yeah, you see support around, you know, the lows, well, not support, I mean the moving averages are kind of hanging around that 6.9-ish level, okay? Weekly, yeah, it's exactly what I just, you know, was like looking at the moving averages, it aligns with what I just said, okay? Like weekly, I'm still loving it. Like I wouldn't be surprised if eventually we see, you know, 8.9-ish level. But for now, on the shorter time frames, first continuation of this thing that is going on, you know, this consolidation or correction, whichever you like to call it, okay? So we need to hold 4-hourly. If we see a close below this level, let me mark it for you. Which is kind of happening at the moment, by the way. Yeah, most likely we come to these areas, okay? Are we good? I think we're good. We can move on to the next one. Awesomeness. You know when your nose tickles, guys? Like I feel like I want to sneeze, but it doesn't want to come out. I'm like, just, you know, just let... God. A bit irritating. I have a friend from Albania, and she used to tell me that if I look into the light, like it doesn't matter what type of light, just, you know, look into the light, that it's gonna help me sneeze. And I used to laugh at her. Then I tried it one day and it actually worked. And I was like, yeah, I'm not that type of person that believes in these kind of things. But I laughed. I called her up and I was like, you know what? I couldn't sneeze. I was looking at the light and suddenly I sneezed. She was like, I told you so. I was like, come on. Okay, so that's link. We've covered up, what needs to happen. And for us, to see these levels, by the way, this level again, tap this resistance again. We need to get above this level. On Discord, this is what I love with TA, right? On Discord, when we were around these levels, I was talking about, well, there is a nice chance it's gonna, go to the upside, first. But beware. If we see any close above, 8.4-ish, then they're most likely that, we come and, tap R2. I think this is R2. Yeah, R2, right? What happened? We pumped all the way up, or mini pumped all the way up, okay? And then we pulled back down to these levels. One has to be careful with these kind of moves. It's just to shake out one person, right? Just to shake up. But it's easier to identify them if one is having a good look at the charts. Meaning, if you're sitting in front of the screens, monitors, then most likely that you're gonna spot that something's about to happen. But this is why we need stop losses, because we're not always in front of the monitors. Like, we have a life. All of us have a life, right? Yeah, it pumped, then it broke down. So now on the 4-hourly time frame, we need to see a close above $8.1, okay? $8.1 for this to continue back, and come at least and retest the bottom of this R2 daily time frame, okay? So yeah, that's it with this one. I think we're done with this one. Yeah, we are. Okay, done with link. Awesomeness. What else? What else? Nah, not Uniswap. Let's have a look at Uni instead. And remove this one. So, Uni has some negative divergence developing, guys. Okay, negative divergence developing on Uni. So far, it's held this level. Let me just adjust the trend line. It's important to do. Hold on. Actually, no need. But actually, yes, I have to. Hold on. Gotta be fair. Okay, there we go. So, this is still above the trend line. Like, it's still, holding on above this level. But if we see a close, below the trend line, and then this demand line act as a supply line instead, chances are very high that we see it, come to at least 5.8-ish levels to 5.7 level. Let me just draw it for you. Hold on. Okay, somewhere around these levels, very possible for link if we see it get below this level. Okay, so this is on the 4-hourly time frame. S1 4-hour time frame, because it looks like there is some pressure from the bears looking at the shorter time frames. And besides that, negative divergence, I'm not liking it that much. RSI is fine. RSI is fine, but not liking the negative divergence, that we're seeing. Yeah, look, guys, unless we see a close above somewhere around 6.431, most likely this, comes down first. Oh, funny, I didn't notice this. Okay. This is good. So the support level that I just discussed on the 4-hourly time frame, because I drew it on another chart and I don't have the moving averages there, aligns with the midterm moving average, and on the daily it aligns with the long-term moving average, which is telling us something, right? Okay. The more confirmations we have of TA that we do, the more we can be sure, or not sure, the more we can, actually the more we can be sure, certain of something going that direction, okay? Awesomeness. I think we're done with uni as well. Like, there's not much to add unless I'm gonna get into the hourly and so on and so forth, but I don't think there's a need. Yeah. There's no need. Okay, let's move on now. Let's move on. So we're done with Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, ADA, Stacks, Kaspa. We've also had a look at the Bitcoin dominance, and we're also done with Solana and Link. This is nice. Good. Feel like it's like we haven't been even live for a long time. I mean, an hour, and already done with so many, so that's good. Okay, mini break, mini chat time. Mago, how's it going? How's it going? Yeah, if you have any other assets you want me to have a look at, you can write it down. And for those of you, watching the stream after it's recorded, like tomorrow after it ends, or any other day, and you'd like me to have a look at some assets, doesn't matter if it's traditional assets, doesn't matter if it's crypto assets, doesn't matter which it is, just write in the comment section below. And for the next time when I go live, I'm gonna make sure to have a look at it before I go live, and then we can discuss it together. Yeah, I'm trying to sneeze. I want to sneeze, so because it's literally just tickling my nose right now, so I have to sneeze. So we're gonna take a minute break, just chat, and then continue on with some more altcoins. Awesomeness, Mago. Awesomeness. That is sweet to hear. That is sweet to hear. Yeah, like, isn't it a good feeling when you're looking at the charts day by day and you feel like you're advancing? For me personally, it was like, I used to be so happy every time I backtested my TA, every time I backtested things and I saw that it was working out. And then with the consistent wins, like, by the way, there was someone in the community today that shared his notes with me on Discord on the setups that I had in the Discord group. And this is not financial advice, like, these are just let's call them hypothetical setups or trades, okay? If one does their own, due diligence and decides to get in, it's completely up to you. Anyway, he showed us, well, he shared it with all of us, and I was actually, glad that somebody noticed. So I'm gonna show it to you live. Hold on. Open in browser. Okay. So this is what he shared with us. I don't know if you guys can see it. So I thought before, I explained, because I thought that, he meant that Ethereum went up 17%, Solana went up 62%, and I started getting shocked. I was like, I do not, oh, by the way, my bad. Hold on. Awesomeness will go. Guys, if like this is like these are somebody else's notes, so excuse me for this word, like families, like my bad. But I thought that he meant that it went up, 70%, 62%, and I was a bit confused, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that these didn't go up, 17, and he was like, no, it's what he made according to the trades. So I was like, oh, okay. But apparently all those where he wrote it's worked out, TA was respected. In other words, he means TA is respected. And if I'm wrong, just feel free to correct me when you watch this show, Jax. But yeah, so TA was respected. But this is only from Discord, by the way, and mostly it's this month. It looks like it's most of them are from this month, yeah. But two didn't play out. This one was from yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, and this one as well. So, like, it's not like it looks like he does his due diligence. He doesn't, get into every one of them, but nevertheless, he did keep an eye on which ones worked out or not, no matter if he, took the trades or did not take the trades. Do you get it? So out of 15, 13 TA respected. 13 respected TA. I cannot be mad when you see these kind of consistent profits, like consistent, gains. When you're doing TA, you can't be mad at yourself. So Mago, isn't it a beautiful feeling? The more you're doing this, the more you get, you do this on daily basis, and the more you see that it's more wins than losses. I know some people personally that actually have less trades per month, and they have more losses, but when they like make profits, their profits kind of cover up for all their losses and twice as more, double that much. Okay, so it's a matter of style. I think it's a matter of style. Like every person has their own style and so on and so forth, right? Yeah, so it's interesting to see like these setups and so on and so forth. It's mostly gonna be for the Patreons, like eventually probably gonna share some ideas now and then, but mostly it's gonna be for the Patreons, because yeah, these are the people that keep on pushing. This is like it's supposed to be crowdfunded, right? So they are the ones, what do you call backbones of the channel. So gotta be fair, right? Okay, so we got Google here. Yeah, we can continue with the chat, Mago, but doing some TA at the same time. We got Google. We got the DC pattern. We got support around these levels on a weekly time frame. Okay, so I can imagine it, coming all the way here by the looks of things. Okay, MACD is curling downwards. If we get a bearish MACD crossover, then you know what's up. On top of that, we do have some negative divergence as well. Okay, on the daily, yeah, we have some support around these levels, but I'm focusing more on the weekly. So this is gonna take its time, but it's okay. We're not looking at crypto right now. Okay, we're looking at traditional assets, right? So yeah, we got the DC cover, DC pattern. We have this weekly support right here on these levels, which is around 108.9 to 102 ish. Okay, 102 ish dollars, right? So that's that for Google. Just wanted to come here and remind you guys, I think I shared this on Discord as well. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, I discussed this last time. Amazon, it hit this, I never know where exactly it's gonna hit. That's why the box is not precisely above it, But if I do this, you guys get the idea now, right? On the weekly, it's hit resistance, okay? So we hit resistance. I just want, you guys can see, right? We hit resistance. Looks like also on Amazon, like weekly time frame. Chances are higher that, we see a correction, more than anything else right now, okay? And the correction could go all the way down to, let me draw it for you. I should have added stocks to the title. Hold on, guys. Gonna do it now. Because I didn't know I was gonna do stocks today, but since we've gone over, I don't know, 10 altcoins, we can do it. Here we go. So weekly, I have to remove this because this was resistance. It's done. Do this, hide. And now we bring forward potential support areas right here, okay? So first potential support area right around this level. But major one is all the way here. Actually, hold on. Yeah, a bit more like this instead. My bad. This was drawn the wrong way. And then we have another one right here. If this doesn't hold, this fails to hold, okay? And this is mini. Maybe instead of drawing a box, I can do this. Hold on. And we can remove this. This was old resistance, which got respected, so no need for it to be here anymore. Right, so if we see any weekly candle close below this area right here, okay, then most likely we see it around 109-ish. And if that doesn't hold, if this fails to hold, it could pull back all the way to the loss of $100, okay? So yeah, weekly looks like, look, we have this pattern, right? Also DC pattern, okay? We have negative divergence. On the monthly 7 days, if it ends anything like this, this is a doji. Like there are things starting to tell us be a bit cautious, okay, when it comes to Amazon and Google and so on, right? Yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow when the market opens. But this doesn't look bullish at the moment, okay? Looks like bears are stepping in, if anything. Yeah, so that's it. Amazon, I'm focused more on the weekly. I'm focused more on the weekly time frame, okay? All right, what else? What else? We haven't looked at the Jesus coin for a while, right? Actually, yeah, you are correct. We can have a look at it. Why not? Let's have a look at it. It's been a while I had a look at that one. I almost missed that comment, Mago. My bad, just saw it. Hold on. Jesus coin, Jesus coin. Look, guys, I want to have a look at the 4-hourly, but I won't because this is too chopped up. This is too chopped up. We can have a look at it. We can have a look at it. But this, it's a headache to do TA on. But I'm going to do my best nevertheless. But I'm just telling you, this is too chopped up. This is too chopped up for my taste. But we'll see. You already know I love challenges. So challenge accepted. Okay? All right. First, let's start with the daily. Let's start with the daily. Daily, we are getting close to that support level. Let me draw it for you. Hold on. Actually, we are right there. We are right at support areas. Maybe we haven't tapped it to the dot, but we're definitely there. This is first support level, okay? Almost tapped it, almost tapped it. I don't draw the boxes according to what's going on with the candles currently, okay? I draw it based on other things, right? Okay, S1. We're gonna take out the support and resistance first before we do anything else. And yellow. So yeah, if we see a daily candle close below, let's say, gotta change this one. Below 3068, any daily candle close below that level, there is a high chance, a very high chance we could, come all the way to 2379-ish levels. Very high chance, okay? And if that fails to hold on the daily, you guys probably do not want to see it. I'm probably gonna break hearts right now, but that's not the point. The point is unbiased TA. If that happens, guys, like, this is not gonna be a good look. Do you see this negative 291, negative 0. God, I think it's like 8 O's or something, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. 8 O's, like 291. Okay, so this level, this support right here, better hold, okay? I'm gonna do it like this so we can be a bit flexible. All right, now I can't do much with the oscillators, really. I can't. There is some type of, I guess, positive divergence that is developing, which is not a bad thing. Okay, not a bad thing. But I can't do much more with the oscillators here, guys, okay? I don't even think the moving averages would help. Let's have a look at the 4-hourly. It's too chopped up. This is too chopped up. But 4-hourly. First resistance is right here. Around these levels. Same thing for the hourly, okay? Awesome. Second one all the way up here. Also same thing for the hourly. I'll show you why in a minute. Okay, so hourly, as you guys can see, we've been, rejected here around these levels, quite a few times. On top of that, it's been acting as support, earlier around these, these levels, and rejection around these levels. Okay, so we have that. We've taken that one out. On the hourly, pretty much the same. I don't have to point it out, but just follow the cursor and you guys can see what I mean. Follow the line, the white dashed line. Same thing goes for this one, all right? So on the hourly, there is a chance of it reaching this level, but guys, I don't want to be mean. But It is one of those S coins, one of those major S coins by the look of the chart. We gotta give it a bit more time to see what happens. But yeah, like it's looking like whatever at the moment, okay? At least, where support is, where we can find support, where we can find resistance and so on and so forth. But let's give it time and at least let it develop some more data so we can do, different things with it. But there's definitely some nice divergence, that's developing, okay? If it ends up, holding this support level, could look like some type of a not only double bottom, but, triple bottom situation, okay? So we'll see what happens. But that's Jesus coin. That's Jesus coin. Yeah, it looks horrible, Mago. It looks horrible. That's why I'm like, it's an S coin and looks like it's one of those top S coins, unfortunately. Not even Pepe, Bisquete looks like it. Looks like that. I mean, it looks much more decent, okay? For Ali is a bit choppy as well, but it looks a bit more decent, when looking at the TA and so on and so forth, right? Looking at the chart, I mean. But the other one, Jesus coin, and they had to name it Jesus, he's using his name in vain. So sad. But yeah, it's not looking that good. This is, look, we picked out the resistance at the daily, right? Before this happened. I'm pretty sure, Mago, before we reached these levels, we spoke about it. Then we hit another resistance level around these levels. Then we broke down below the trend line. And then since then, it's just been going down. But we are at support. Where it is at the moment, it is at support, okay? But if things get nasty and this, starts, breaking down below this level, like below 2397-ish, any daily candle close below that level with a bit of strength, yeah, this is most likely to come next. Unfortunately. That is not a true word. I just, made it up, but you guys get the idea. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. I think we're gonna keep it nice and clean and short today. Been live for an hour and 40 minutes, almost 2 hours actually. We're just gonna have a look at Bitcoin, chat if needed. Or I mean, we can chat and discuss, things that's needed, and yeah. All those moving averages are, acting as resistance and supports and so on. And this happens, now and then. It does happen. So yeah, for Ali, candle close above 30,450. This level has been important. I don't know how many times I've mentioned it past week, especially past week. I know, I take that back. I've been mentioning this since the 7th of July. Like this resistance around this level, because this was drawn around the 8th or 9th of July, right? So, still, this level is like critical levels. We need to see a Ferrari candle close above this area. We have to. We had a problem last time, but once we broke above it, you guys see what happened. Slowly, we kind of pushed higher. And this time we need to see a close above this level for us to, or for Bitcoin to slowly push higher again. Yeah, we'll see. Look, 24 to 48 hours. If it falls back, like I said, if it falls back to this area right here, I'm not gonna shake. It's fine. What we do not want to see still is a close below 29.5 or 29.4 levels. Any 4-hourly candle close, any daily candle close below that area. But one can just, keep an eye on the 4-hourly candle close. Below that level is not a good thing. Well, it's a nice buying opportunity. I mean, for the bulls, for those who maybe are in a long position, it's not the best thing. Me personally, I'm observing right now. Meaning neither doing this or that. Already closed, a short and just observing, right? Sometimes that's what you have to do with the market. Just observe. Keep your eyes open and observe and see what's going on until you feel like, okay, like you have a bit more confidence, to make a decision, right? And right now, even if Bitcoin is looking much better than it did, before yesterday and so on and so forth, still I want some more signals. I'm waiting for some more confirmations, okay? But I'm loving it. Daily positive divergence developing. Bears look like they lost steam. We have some sort of a bullish candle around these levels. It's many good factors, for the bulls, but we still need to close above 30,450 on a 4-hourly candle. Even better, if we see that on a daily, like we still need to see that happen. And then we have another resistance that's waiting for us around, 30,670-ish, 30,700-ish levels that we also need to close above, right? I can probably remove this one. Hold on. Yeah, looking at this candle right now, Mago, I don't think. Looking at the hourly also, I don't think. Right now, looking at this, not yet. Not yet. I don't see any bounce reasons yet. At least on the 4-hourly and hourly. But also, we need to see and we need to wait and see how it closes before, we talk about that. When it comes to the 4-hourly and hourly. 15 minutes, I don't know. We can have a look. We got 2 minutes left. Okay, this is not a bad look. This is not a bad look. I'd love it even more if we can see this candle close above 29,930-ish. If that happens, yes, we could see a mini bounce. But on the 4-hourly and hourly, it doesn't look like that yet, because we always have to wait for a close. After that, we can... Oh, the hourly. I just noticed. It's closing in 2 minutes. Okay, this is good. Okay, we can have a look and see what happens. But yeah, right now it looks like bears are pressuring the bulls, okay? One minute, uno minuto left. I don't know if you say that in Spanish, but you guys get the idea. Uno minute left. Okay. We'll see what happens. By the way, I don't know from when, but we might try and either I'm gonna be recording short clips from the stream. This was an idea by Mago, a good one. Recording the Bitcoin analysis in that we do in the beginning of the stream, and putting it out, the day after, sometime in the morning, because I think, Mago, you said New York time would be good, around that time in the morning, or I might try, I know I want to be here for the daily candle close. That's the point. That's why I'm up late with you guys. It's 4 a.m. right now where I am. So either I'm gonna try to stream my time, morning time, okay, or afternoon. We'll see. We'll see, either morning or afternoon or evening. I still haven't decided. We're gonna see what's best. Either try that or record short clips on Bitcoin and Ethereum from the live streams and then put them out as a short video on YouTube. So we'll see which one. Una Motoma. Is it Motoma? Really? Minute? Wow. I thought it would be something like minute or something, but look, okay, I learned a new word. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it the right way though, but Una Motoma. Una Motoma. Okay, cool, cool. What was I gonna do? Right, your question, Mago. On the hourly, looks like there's still pressure from the bears, okay? On 13-minute chart, it's looking a bit... Oh, hold on. What happened here? 29,916. I wanted to close above 29,900 and... In the hourly, Mago, yeah, there's still pressure from the bears, pretty much. It's yeah, so I don't know about a bounce right now, straight away. Yeah, but there's nothing, indicating. Look at the volume as well, so that we do not forget about it. Look at the volume, okay? But are we developing another nice divergence at the moment? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. But it's gonna go straight out the window if we see a close below 29,970, 29,771. Okay. Pre-recording will work for sure. Yeah, hopefully. Like we're gonna see what brings more engagement, like, and so on and so forth. Because yeah, Sundays to stream is horrible because in Europe, especially, I can imagine like people are getting ready for the week. Many go and work in the mornings and so on and so forth. So I understand. But yeah. Mago, it was an awesome show. Awesome show. Like, thank you all for tuning in. Yeah, and if you want to join the Discord, before I leave, if you want to join Discord or Patreon and so on and so forth, Discord, feel free to do it whenever you like. We have, smart, humble members out there. In there that, share insights as well. And I also, share, setups now and then and so on and so forth. And we also have an AMA session coming up this Thursday where I will be answering any TA related questions. Like, you can ask any question you like, but the focus is on TA, okay? So yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified in time before I go live next time as well. Also, you guys watching the recorded, after the live ends and so on and so forth. And yeah, Patreon, if you're interested to join, where I'm gonna have some exclusive content, for the Patreons there. Feel free to do so in the beginning of the month, okay? In the beginning of the month, because you'll be recharged again by the beginning of next month, okay? So yeah, that was it for me, Mago. Thank you for keeping everything straight and so on and so forth. And yeah, much love to all of you. Thank you for all the love, and I'll see you on the next one. Good night.